Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thursday Live Lessons here on ukuleleunderground.com. My name is Aldrine Guerrero. I'm joined by Mr. Aaron, the voice Nakamura. What's up, Aaron?
What's up?
And Mr. Kahai, the legend Fergus. What's up, Kahai?
What's up?
So it is Thursday, 1 p.m. That means it's time for us to give some advice, to answer some questions. And what we do here on Thursday Live Lessons is just that. We answer any and all of your questions to come to us via email, via text, via phone call, via just hey you across the street. What other ways can they contact us to ask questions, Kahai?
Carrier pigeons,
yeah.
Smoke signals,
message in a bottle,
yeah.
Whatever it may be, however way we can get it, we try to answer them as best as we can. I'll try to give you my best answer, and then we're gonna delegate and come up with the best answer for you. So three of the minds here at Ukulele Underground will try to come up with the best answer possible. So most of the time they're ukulele related, but sometimes they're not, so it's just kind of anything goes. We are live. This is Thursday Live Lessons, so we have a live chat. Make sure to take advantage of that live chat. If you are watching this live, you can ask us questions there, or you can email us. And if you are watching live, this is the email. You can kind of see it on your screen in just a couple of seconds. It's gonna pop up right.
Sorry.
Almost there. It's coming. It's going. You can ask right now. Right here. That right there. Yeah. That's how you can ask us questions. For those of you folks who are listening in on a podcast, if you guys are listening to this as a replay, you can you can ask your questions by emailing us over at questions. Don't forget the S at ukuleleunderground.com. Post questions on the and videos on the U Plus forum if you want to show us those, or you can click that message button on the bottom right hand corner of UU Plus. So whatever it may be, you can get us all your questions that way. So let's get started. Kahai, give me the first question.
Do we want to talk about the thing we want to do? Because we'll talk about that. Yeah. Let people in the live chat start submitting things, and then we can answer a question.
Okay. I just figured we'd. Do you have a quick one, and then we'll do that?
The
quick question.
No, the question for today is kind of.
Oh, okay, it's a big question. Okay, no problem.
Well, it's not ukulele related, but I think we're gonna get into it. So.
Okay, sounds good. So we start. We wanted to start doing something different, and this is Kahai's brainchild. So Kahai, why don't you explain what we want to do with this whiteboard? Right, Kahai actually wrote this too, so this is beautiful, very pretty handwriting.
Debatable. Well, it's we're actually talking about something we're gonna do next year, but I figured we can try and do something.
We can try it out. Do a trial run or something.
And for live lesson tuners or people who tuning in for live lesson. So the idea is that the three of us, me, you, and Aaron. We're gonna get a key and some chords, and then maybe some optional bonus chords or bonus musical things, that go in there.
Yeah, musical challenge.
And then the three of us are, we're gonna go away separately, not gonna collaborate.
Homes,
but then we're gonna each figure out how to maybe arrange a song or arrange a little tune using those things, and then come back. Well, we're not gonna come back next week because it's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
But then we're going to come back the week after and then show what we have and see what's maybe what's the same or what's different between all of our.
Are we doing the same song? Are we doing different songs, but just in the same key, chords, and bonus instructions?
How much of it is going to be kind of structured?
Yeah. I was thinking that it's, so the key, maybe all of us can do the same key. That's a given.
Right.
And then there being some chords that, need to be in the song, but then besides that, we can just figure out what we
so it's anything goes. It's not a single song that we would that we'd figure out.
Yeah. I think it would be
for the chords, we could put them in different order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different,
nice.
Or
Could we add chords, or does it have to be the chords that are but we just have to use these chords? We can add more though, right?
Yeah, I think and I think it's kind of you should try to get those chords, in, but then if you want to add more and stuff.
Right. I just want to know the ground rules. Can we add extensions to those chords? Say the chords are going to be G, C, D.
Yeah.
I think I will most likely not add extensions.
And
you never know.
I was thinking the bonus too could be it's a diminished chord. And I would be I don't think I would do a diminished chord, but
So the
Nice.
bonus is like what? Just like extra points for you if you actually use it.
yeah, or
Okay.
things that I think are like might be extra hard to fit in.
And the
but if
audience
you
is
can-
going to decide who,
What the key chords and bonus is gonna be? Or
Uh,
how are we deciding
Yeah.
these things?
Yeah, I figured that
ask the
the
audience.
people in the chat, like, they
Okay.
can start submitting, like, what key do they
Oh, okay,
want us to
okay.
try,
Okay.
what stuff. So somebody already asked, will you add lyrics to the song? I don't think I will.
So wait, we're writing songs, or that we were gonna like figure out songs and stuff.
I think it's just us coming up with songs
Something.
or tunes,
Okay,
tunes,
cool.
right? Like,
Sounds
whatever.
good. Sounds good.
Yeah. So Renee is asking in the
Hmm.
chat. She said, I'm super confused. Who submits the songs?
You do.
Or you guys,
You,
you guys,
the audience.
you
Yeah.
No,
guys
who-
get to pick the key and the chords.
Yeah, we're not.
So
okay.
the audience picks the key and the chords.
Yeah.
And the three
And
of
whatever-
us.
We'll come up with something with those key and chords.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we make up a song? Do we like use it on a song that's already existing, or is it up to us?
Okay.
Um,
Alan already said B or E flat. For ukulele.
For ukulele. So should we get this started? Should we get some?
Thanks. Thanks,
do we want to like let the chat like kind of start submitting stuff?
Okay, yeah. Why don't
And
we,
then
why don't we do that?
we'll answer the question that we have for today.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to this.
Yeah.
And it looks like people are already people are already submitting keys, but also you guys can put like chords, and I think
Mhm.
you guys can put specific chords, or you guys can put like, oh, I want the 1 chord at least, or the
Right,
5
right.
chord, or
Okay,
4.
okay.
So
So we can. So for the chords, it's not necessarily chords. They give us a number between 1 and 7.
well, like if we do the key right, and
Yeah.
then they say like something like
Yeah. So for example, the key is E flat, according to
Alan.
Alan. So
Yeah.
the key we have E flat. So just give us a
somebody
number.
else said D minor, but
You want D minor?
We'll
we'll
deliberate
decide after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Let's take some suggestions. So first off, key. What would be a good key? So someone said E flat. Someone said D minor. Do you guys want to start off with a major key or a minor key? Basically, is what they're what would be the thing that we're gonna do right now. This is great for the podcast viewers because they don't even see the board.
Or the
Or the
listeners,
chat.
right?
or the chat, or the chat. So, okay, so key, E flat or D minor. What do you guys want to do? We got 2 suggestions: D minor, E flat.
That's. I'm good with either. Really,
Yeah?
it's gonna be
Let's
a
go.
challenge.
Let's go
either.
E flat first. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go easy. Our first,
Easy.
our first goal.
Well, like somebody.
It's
I
a
need-
major key. so-
I need my circle of fifths.
All right, so give us
generator.
numbers. Let's do 4 numbers between 1 and 7.
So.
Okay, give us 4 numbers between 1 and 7.
Goku just said,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what works, so can I just say you have to use a 6th chord?
Okay, so we have 6.
Or I don't know if it's a.
Oh
a
yeah,
six
just say
or-
numbers.
or-
Any number between 1 and 7.
Like
basically.
I think Goku, what he meant was like a 6th chord.
Oh, okay, so that would be in the bonus. So wait until the bonus part comes out. So we have so should I erase this?
But Goku said 6.
Okay, yeah, okay,
So
6.
we'll leave it,
Got it,
yeah.
6, okay.
Oh, yeah.
6, and then what else?
So
So 4, let's do 4.
well,
Yeah.
Trench
Trent
said
said 4.
that. Yeah.
Okay, 4. No, as in like 4 chords, not like the
Oh.
number 4.
Well, like Trent also said 4.
So
I don't know if you
6,
want to put in
4,
Okay.
5. Trent also said 5.
and one more.
So we're waiting for
1, please.
You can add the 1 later. I
You
feel.
can-
I
yeah,
guess
you
it's
can
all up
always
to
add
you.
the
Yeah, you
1.
can always add the 1.
So what do we have? 4.
We have 6. We have 4 and 5.
And Renee said 1.
Okay, 1 is
I'm guessing it's 1.
because now it becomes like you
Or-
have to use the 1 now. Like
Yeah.
in this sense, like you don't have to.
So we're getting in more submissions.
Okay.
There's some more
then
1s, and then there's
three.
3 too.
How about we take out the 1 and add a 3?
Okay.
Because you can always use the 1 if you want to, but I would like another minor.
And
I think
Chris said 7.
Whoa! You want to go 7? You all right?
maybe 7 in the bonus.
Okay.
I can't do 7. I don't know if I could do.
This is your challenge, Kai. All right, so the key of E flat, you have to use 6, 4, 5, and 3. Okay. Bonus. So here's some bonuses. The 7 chord. All right, that's a bonus. What was the other one that that was said? A 6 chord.
So some people were saying, can a style? Or Andrew asked if can a style be a bonus?
No, because that is up to the to the writer. I think that because that's part of the fun. Like could we could we do it in whatever style that we would like to? That becomes like a personal thing. So these are just like elements that we need to put in that song.
Okay, and Trevor said bonus could be that you do write lyrics to the song.
Oh,
I wouldn't do.
Okay.
I'm not a lyricist, so I'm not gonna do that.
Aaron's department.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Okay, so 7 chord, a 6 chord, diminished chord basically of that key, 6 chord, and some lyrics. So those are our bonuses. This is our criteria, and in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
In 2 weeks. We will come back. Each of us have to present a song in E flat that has 6, 4, 5, and 3 chords in there. It has to have these. So that's like the main thing. Bonus if you have the diminished chord, a 6 chord, so like an A minor 6 or a C6, so on and so forth. I guess E flat 6, and lyrics. So these are bonuses. And we'll present them in 2 weeks. So we got a little bit of time, to come up with this challenge. So when we do this regularly, will this be every month, every other week?
I don't know. We're just trying this out for now, right?
Okay.
And especially like since we have the 2-week kind of gap, I figured like we could come up with something.
Okay, cool. So this is what we need to do. 6,
That's our
4,
homework.
5, 3, huh?
Yeah, and then if anybody watching or listening wants to,
wants to try it also, wants to try the challenge.
yeah, you can always send us your submissions or
Yeah. How about we give people an incentive? We will pick one submission by random, like randomly.
Yeah.
And we'll give that person just like a sticker pack or something, like something really small, but just, hey, you won something and whatever.
Yeah,
like,
thanks for
entering,
playing
sticker
along
pack,
with us.
buttons, pens, like whatever. We'll
so
just
that
give you some
we're
little
not the ones just putting our
Yeah, so there's a brand new segment as suggested by Kai. So this is great. I really, really like this. It gives us kind of a place to put all the things that we're learning here onto paper kind of thing. Like if you learn a new, we're learning not just playing in the key, but we're learning what chords are in those keys, and we're learning different things like what diminished, how to use diminished chords, how to write lyrics on there, and using extensions that we're not used to. It's like kind of forcing us to be, to be creative with our writing. So if you guys want to take on this challenge as well, we'll put your name, in the wheel, and then we'll just pick a name from the wheel of all those people who submitted. And where can they submit their?
So Goku again asks, can we try and submit to the forums? And I think that's
that's a better way.
Yeah. And some people kind of like they didn't know how they could post to the forum, and I think the easiest way is if you have like a YouTube or a Gmail account. You can just either upload it to YouTube, or you can put it onto your Google Drive and then link from there, right? Yeah. So it's pretty easy.
So far, E flat, nice and simple. Except it's on the key of E flat. E flat. It's got to have 6, 4, 5, 3. So you know what? If you're like the only person who did that challenge, you're the winner. Then you guaranteed win, right? So who knows? Your chances might be very high, or maybe it's gonna be very low, depending on the key. Maybe who wants to take on this E flat challenge? And we're not gonna judge. That's why we're gonna be using the the wheel. Like we just want you guys to get creative with us, And but we will run a tally of who's got the most wins out of the 3 of us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
A team is a team Aldrine, Team Aaron, or Team Kai. We'll have shirts. We'll sell shirts. Team Aaron, Team Kai. I'm wearing a Team Kai shirt.
I think you might be the only one. I don't have high hopes for me, but
no, this sounds great. This is gonna be good. I have some ideas already.
I think, yeah. Well, I think that you're a really good, songwriter, and Aaron, like his songs, I like the lyrics and everything that he comes up with, and I'm just like, I can mix chords together. I can come up with something if people say so. And I thought it was I really like seeing when people get the same things and then seeing how it's like different when they come back together, right? And with music especially, you can be really creative with just those four or just those requirements.
So just to to re-explain, it's going to be the key of E flat. It has to have these things: a 6th chord, which would be C minor, 4, which would be A flat, and a 5, which would be F, I believe, and the 3. I don't play in E flat too often. 3 would be, oh my god, what is the
G minor?
third? Is it G minor?
Yeah,
it is G minor. Yeah, G minor. So it has to have those chords in it. But you can add more chords. If you want more chords to fit your song, you can add more chords to it.
You want to can you write those chords down? So like if people are
Let me
watching...
just double check just so that, I was correct. So, in the key of E flat. So we have E flat. So that would be the one, but we don't have... 1 is not necessary for this. 6, so... Oh, jeez. So we have... 1 would be E flat. 2 would be... 2 is F. So maybe 2. Like 5 is not the F, see? No, 5 is B flat, see? Good thing I checked. Oh my goodness. They're like, no, Aldrine. Watch your own lessons. So E flat is 1. F is 2. G is 3, so Kahai was right. So we have this G minor right here. As the last. I'm going to write it down underneath. Then we have A flat. So I was right about that. So A flat would be 4. And then 5 would be B flat. That I wasn't... But I don't know why I went F after A flat. Because I knew A flat. I don't know why I went F. Because maybe I was thinking B flat and the 5 to B flat is F. Like I just went 1 more 5. And 6, which would be... C, so C minor.
So the chords are what?
Chords are C. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. C minor, A flat, B flat, and G minor. It has to have those chords in there.
Sounds good already.
Yeah, it has to have those chords in there. You can add more chords, and the diminished is a D diminished. So if you want to add a diminished chord for bonus points, we have a D diminished. You can add a 6 chord in there. That's like an extension, not the same 6 as over here. That's not the same C minor, but 6. For example, maybe a C minor 6 or A flat 6, B flat 6, G minor 6, whatever you want to do, as long as it's a 6 chord, and you can have lyrics in there. But once again, you have to have these 4 chords, right? But it doesn't have to just be those 4 chords. Yeah, just to make sure everyone understands the rules.
If I add lyrics, I hope you guys are ready for Gregorian chants.
You can just make lyrics and stuff. Like you might say you write a Pokemon song or whatever about Pokemon or Monster Hunter, and people are like, "Oh man, I'm gonna vote for Kahai this week. He wrote a Pokemon song." Snap, and then me and Aaron come up with symphonies and stuff, and it's like, "No, I think I'm gonna go Team Kahai this week." So that is a wild card right there. That's playing to people's hearts,
I think most of the bonus is a wild card. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try.
All right, so that is this week's challenge. We will put it right here so that the 3 of us will always see it at the office. Yep. We're like, oh my god, gotta get that done.
Well,
so that is a brand new segment here on Thursday, a live lesson. Good job, Kahai. How about a round of applause, Kahai? Yeah.
We'll see when we come back. And then it's
it has been discontinued. So this is our last,
first and last.
So what do we call this?
Everyone fail.
What do we call this segment? What do you want to call it?
Well, we're planning to do something similar next year, right? But yeah, for this fun thing, I don't know.
say it, Thursday Live Challenge. So
Thursday
TLC.
that might be good. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the TLC for this week. Thursday Live Challenge. Okay, so Thursday Live Challenge, E flats. All right, so sounds pretty good. So you have C minor, like A flat, B flat, and G minor. Yeah, that does sound good already. Maybe I'll just write to that. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to give you guys ideas.
I think
I give to myself.
Look at me.
Yeah, don't copy me. Don't copy me.
turn my back.
This
look
is
at my
copywritten,
paper.
so don't copy me. All right, so let's move on with the with the questions. Kahai, hit me up with the first question, bud.
So this one was from John.
Okay.
And he's a member, but he asked, could you guys discuss on the Thursday live lesson the new private lessons available from Aldrine? What is the cost? How long are the lessons? What are good times to schedule a lesson?
Okay, great question actually, because we've been doing it for, I want to say, about 3 months now. We've been doing it for a while, and it's been going great. Honestly, it's been going really good. Sometimes, we don't have as much signups, but even if it's just like one person that comes in and they're like, oh my God, I've been working on this for months now and I haven't, for the life of me, I can't get it. And, but the way that the way that I'll show them, I'll make it kind of easy, or I'll kind of identify the problem and try to fix it in the time a lot.
Wait, so what is it first?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm like getting ahead of it. I'm so excited talking about it. All right, so what it is, it's a private lesson with yours truly, with with me. So private lesson with me. So it's 15 minutes. Okay, it's a 15-minute private lesson, and you can sign up twice every month.
And it's for UU Plus
for UU
members.
Plus members only. So if you are signed up for UU Plus, these 2 private lessons are completely free of charge. I mean, the only thing it'll cost is your time, basically. And we have time slots every Monday and Friday. So on Monday, it's in Hawaiian time. Not as in I'm late and stuff, but I can be.
Hawaii Standard Time.
Hawaii Standard Time from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And we have 9 slots open every Monday. And we also do it on Friday. And on Friday, we have 5 slots open. So, Friday is right after the Aloha Friday Live Jam, and it starts at 2:15 to about 4 o'clock. So that's 5 because it starts at 2 or 2:20, I guess. It's 5 slots on Fridays, 9 slots on Mondays. And sometimes the slots fill up fast in the beginning of the month. All the people who kind of know about it will sign up, like right in the beginning of the month. And then towards the end of the month, like the people who, who do know about it have already kind of signed up. So there's some slots available, and kind of get to them like fast before like everybody gets them, because everyone can do twice,
So basically, like if you're a UU Plus member,
you're entitled.
Just sign in to ukuleleunderground.com. Just use your username and password, and in your dashboard there's a giant orange banner, and you just click on that, and there's a big calendar where there are time slots available, and you just click on that and sign up for a time slot that works for you. But just keep in mind that it's in Hawaii Standard Time, so you got to kind of correct for what time that would be where you are.
And
or I think if you have a Gmail account or you have Google Calendar, right?
You can do alerts.
Yeah, and when you sign up for a lesson and you book a time slot, it'll automatically switch to whatever time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your I don't know, what's your time zone? That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, okay, so here's the specifics. So we either use one of 3 things. We use Skype, we can use FaceTime, or we can use the Zoom room. So the Zoom room, some of you folks are familiar with it as the room that we use for the one-on-one coaching. So that's what the Zoom room is, and it's basically the same room, because one-on-one coaching is when like everyone's there and stuff, but during the private lessons, no one's really there. So it's like an open conference room that we have at Ukulele Underground. We just kind of use that conference room. But if you want it a little bit more, personalized and stuff, or if you like Skype better, or if you like FaceTime better, you can use those as well, because FaceTime sometimes it uses phone numbers, so some people don't like to disclose their phone numbers, and that's totally understandable. Skype, but some people have like personal Skypes and stuff. They don't want to use Skype, or they have Skype for business. They don't want to use that, to do ukulele lessons. So, you can use either one of those, Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime. And there's like a form that you fill out. You basically fill out your name. You fill out what you want to learn, in the 15 minutes. Then you fill out the time slot that you want. Then you put in your preferred method, either Skype, FaceTime, or Zoom. And then you can put in your Skype username or your FaceTime username or so on and so forth. Okay?
I know there's people who like we tell this to, and then they go like, okay, maybe I'll do this in a month after I'm better or something. But it's like, no, do it now.
Do it now. Yeah, like, because it's a private lesson, with me. It's going to be accustomed to what you're doing right now currently. So if you're starting out, that's actually the best time to sign up for a private lesson with me, because I will go, through with you all the basic beginner things that I feel like you need to learn or that you should know. Or if you're strumming, a certain way, then like that kind of allows me to get in on it early. So if you're doing anything wrong, or if there's a bad habit that I can kind of see starting to form, I can correct that right away.
It's kind of like the things that, I mean, it's we're totally fine if you come to us and then it's like we see it and we're like, oh, it's because you've been doing this, like you've been doing this from the beginning. We're totally fine, helping you out that way too. But it is like kind of good if you come early and then like we can like set it like, okay, this is, you want to strum this way, because if you ever want to chunk in the future or you want to do rolls, this is like the proper starting ground, and it'll just make everything easier, right?
Yeah, and it's honestly just just to help you out. So don't wait, until you get better, like, quote unquote. Just like sign up now, because I can, even if you don't need help with anything, even if it's just like, I wanted to sign up for a private lesson so you can kind of see how I'm doing. And that's totally fine. Yeah.
Can you check how I'm doing?
Yeah,
or
check how I'm doing.
Tips or something?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm doing it correctly, but I want to see your opinion. So maybe like I'll ask you to play me a song or something, and you'll play a song. Like, that was awesome. Maybe try this. You can fix this, and this. You can work on this, and this. And in that way, at least you're like, okay, I am doing it good, or I am doing it fine, and whatever. But here are the areas of improvement, because we all, could use some improvement. Like, I know for a fact that if I played something, for somebody, there are places that I could improve on as well, and this is a great resource for me to kind of be like, okay, that what you're doing is great. Maybe, I'll do stuff like, okay, maybe use this hand or use this finger, or move like this or move like that. Or even like, okay, I like how you're doing that. You're doing it great. If you want to, if you want to do, to go pursue that a little bit further, you can go watch this video and this video and that video. I've gotten like all sorts of different sessions with people from like, help me with a practice routine. Like how do I practice my ukulele? I want to learn this. This is my goal. How do I get to this? To like, okay, for the 15 minutes, I just want to learn how to chunk. I just want to learn to strum. And then, and then we work on strumming. I work on how, like how to chunk or roll or whatever it is. Or to like, I'm working on this piece. Can you help me work on this, on this piece? So you can send, you can email me the piece beforehand if you have, the music for it, and I can take a look at it and we can work it together. You can even do stuff like, I've always, we have, Goku who signed up for one, and he's like, oh, I want to learn, me and Shirley T, for example, like, so I'll be like, okay, cool. I know that song, I can teach it to you. And in the 15 minutes that we have, I'll try to do it, as much as I can in that 15-minute time period. Because it is a private lesson, it is totally up to you what you want to learn in the 15-minute period. But because it is only 15 minutes, I would suggest, having something that you are currently working on, or, something that is not too, not too tough for you.
It's helpful to have an idea, or at least like to come in with like, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. This is how it looks like when I play.
Yeah, because if you don't have any idea of what you want to work on, just say that like, hey, I just want you to, to watch me play and give me some advice. And that's totally fine too. But then if it's like, I want to learn Shirley T or whatever, you're like, oh, you mean I can go do that? Like, and you can, but if you can't hold like certain chords and I'm trying to teach you Shirley T, it might be, it might be a little bit difficult. So if you're a beginner and you want to learn an advanced song, it's you're going to have to book like 6 or 8 of them in order for me to kind of do the whole thing.
But that is good though, that if they are like that and they come in, right, then you actually do like set the stage where it's like, okay, these are the things you're gonna need to learn to play this song, and you might want to start with essential chords, or you might want to start with these things. So Renee actually had I thought it was a pretty good comment where she said, I've done several lessons with Aldrine. It's really fun. Whenever I fill in what I want to work on, though, I feel like I should go look for the topic on UU Plus rather than ask Aldrine to repeat something he has already taught. And
that's fair, but then like that is your time. The 15 minutes is your time. Like, you have me for 15 minutes. You basically can ask me, you can show me anything, you can like ask me I already said ask me anything, but like and like we can come up with stuff together. Like, that 15 minutes is your time. Or if you want to just be like, hey, Aldrine, like, I just you've helped me out with that, we have 10 minutes left, you want to just like talk story? Like, sometimes I do that too. It's like a person might think that they might need all 15 minutes to like learn how to roll or something, or learn how to chunk, and then I fix it in like 3-4 minutes, and like, okay, well, we're just twiddling our thumbs, like, how's the rest of your day like going, and we just end up talking story.
Or like what I hear, like when you're doing those lessons, usually is like somebody's like, oh, how do I chunk? And then you take care of that in the first 5 minutes. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, is there anything else you want to work on? And they're like, oh, I'm kind of trying this song, or I'm doing this. Yeah. And that takes up the rest of the time already. Like, I don't think it's usually where it's like, well, you're all golden. I guess. Like,
there's always something for us to work on. I mean, and if we do it in 5 minutes, and like you don't want to just like talk story with whatever with it, I can like keep giving you more stuff to work on, like an actual teacher. It's like, okay, you learned a chunk in like the first 5 minutes. All right, so now try to do it. Like every other beat, like 1 and chunk and 3 and chunk and 1 and chunk and 3 and chunk. It's like, okay, now try this song and try that song. Like, I want you to do this. And then it becomes kind of like a scheduled lesson. It's like, okay, you're going to try this, and then you're going to come back in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however you want. However much time you want until the next lesson. And then the next lesson, I could be like, okay, I remember I told you to work on this, 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 and this. Did you work on that? Show me what you did. And like, I can be there with you every step of the way. Like, honestly, here at Ukulele Underground, like, we're just, we're trying to be as dedicated as possible to helping you guys improve. And, and if one way to do that is for me to personally see that you guys are, doing okay, I will do that. And that's what we're doing right now, actually. Like, I'm taking some time to personally help you folks out.
Yeah. And it's also okay if you didn't practice.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't practice, you're like, oh, I was too busy or whatever. It's like, no, it's totally cool. I can just watch you again and give you some advice.
Yeah. Because like people might I think that stems from like, if you've played an instrument before or something, you play piano, right? And you go to your piano teacher and they're like, did you practice? No. And it's like, well, told you gotta practice. It's not like you're gonna scold them, right? You're not.
Well, I understand if your piano teacher scolds you because you're paying for that. I mean, not like you're not paying for this, but it is technically with your subscription, so you're not paying anything extra. So whether you use the service or not, it's you're still paying for the regular monthly fee, right? For UU Plus.
And I think for us though, like, we want people. It really, like, if you haven't practiced, I totally understand that. Like, I know I have skipped practice with piano and other instruments, but like, we just want to see you playing, or we want to see you.
We want to check in on you, every now and then.
Like, we get excited when we see you guys play. Like, even if you're just playing something, really simple, we're like, that's awesome. Like, that you're doing a really good job. We remember when you just started and you came to us and you said, I don't know how to play anything. Can you teach me something? And if you do like one song, we'll be like, that is amazing. Like, you are doing so good.
And an added bonus for us is that, we get to see the faces of our, of our members and stuff. Like, just this year alone, because we started doing this, I've been, meeting so many of you folks who have signed up for UU Plus. And then, I'll kind of know your face through the, through the private lesson. And then when we went out to Auburn, and when we went out to San Francisco, it's like, oh my God, that's this person, and that's this person, that's that person, Like, I'll go to Aaron, like, oh no, that's the guy. Like, he took some private lessons with me on UU Plus. And then that's
I don't
that
know,
person. Yeah,
because
Aaron doesn't know because Aaron doesn't go to the private lessons or the one-on-one coaching.
Yeah,
and stuff. But it's just kind of cool that we now have faces to these people's names, which is awesome.
Yeah. I think we're always happy if with any type of like communication or email or the live chat or anything.
Anything that we can, we just want to connect with you folks, and we honestly are just trying to dedicate ourselves to making people, helping people to play their ukulele, to get better at the ukulele. And if, like I said, if it takes for us, and maybe if it takes us like having to go and help you out personally, that's exactly what's happening here at the private lessons.
Going back to like Renee talking about like if it's already been covered in Ukulele Underground, like we've covered a lot, but then we even if we covered a lot, there are things that we just haven't been able to like dedicate like a video solely to that. Like if somebody comes up to you and is like, how do I hold this specific chord, right? Like then you can help them right.
And it's sometimes like maybe you just need to see it at a different angle. Like I know we've done like countless of videos on chunking and stuff, and even Thursday live lessons and whatever. But since you have me, on Skype on video, you'd be like, oh, can you do this, or can you turn it this way? Can you do that, so I can kind of see it? How you're holding it like this. We can totally do that, and that's like a great way to to see a little bit better. So even though we do have those resources over at Ukulele Underground or UU Plus, even you can still book a private lesson and be like, I really want to get this because I've watched all the videos in that, and I still can't seem to get it. So maybe Aldrine will explain it in a way that I can understand. And most of the time, that's it. It's exactly that, because I don't know how many times I've gotten the, how do I chunk kind of thing. And we have chunking lessons, and not just us, like everyone in the world has like chunking lessons, like on YouTube or something. And, and for some reason, some people
and it's usually like a quick fix because like you see what they're doing, and then you're just like, oh, just rotate your wrist like a little bit more.
Because even though you're watching the video and you might think that you're doing it correct, but if no one's there to kind of to let you know that okay, maybe that's that's not quite what I'm doing, because you're just interpreting it how you see it, right? But if you really want like how I actually do things, or if there's something that you're doing wrong, or if there's something that you're doing slightly different, I can kind of swoop in there and be like, try this instead. And most of the time people are like, oh, that's how you do it. Like, on this side, not here.
They're like amazed, right? Like, they're like, what? That was only like 2 minutes of our lesson.
Yeah, it's like a great feeling, actually.
That's so fast.
It's a great feeling. I mean, not just with the chunks, I mean with the rolls, with like patterns and stuff, and with even sometimes some people come to me like let's see, so they'll be like, okay, well I'm working on this, like Renee, for example, she's talking right now. It's like, oh, I was working on this song, and what else can I do with it? And then I can come up and like, okay, well you can do this, and this, like even just suggestions and stuff. Like she didn't come to the lesson wanting to like, oh, I want to work on this specifically. It's like, no, like just give me some ideas of what it can do. And like, oh, maybe you can add these little embellishments here and there. Like it's anything really. You have 15 minutes with me, and get as much information as you can out of me. Like that's what I'm here for.
Trevor was asking, is Aldrine the only one giving the private lessons?
So far right now. It is still in beta, so it's we're calling it the UU Private Lessons Beta. And the more people use it, the more teachers we could possibly bring in and do these lessons. So if the more you guys use them, we can get different people, because I can't we have so much like we have a lot of subscribers, and I don't think I can like tackle like
or
the amount of subscribers that we have in the in the week.
Or
but not everybody takes advantage of it. So,
So, but I think the more,
hopefully more people do come on, and
so that it gives us a reason to bring new people in.
Yeah.
I know we also like talked about getting teachers for other time zones, even right? Because there are people who are like, I want a book, but then it's like the middle of the night for me or something. So
Yeah.
We also, I mean, there's also teachers that has certain specialties, you know, like we talked about it before, in ad nauseum, like with Brian Tolentino. He's a name that gets like, you know, brought up a lot. And it's like, if I could take a private lesson, Brian Tolentino, I'd ask him Brian Tolentino things, you know, like you wouldn't ask Brian Tolentino things to me, or maybe you would and stuff, but who better to answer those questions than Tolentino himself, right? Mm-hmm. Or, you know, or like, if we get, say, like Matt on, you know, and Matt's been part of Ukulele Underground, so we get Matt on to do the private lessons, and, you know, you ask Matt, like, you know, with someone as tall as you, how do you play, you know, like this? And, like, Matt can answer that, and I can't, you know? Yeah. So that's a Matt question. Like, I don't know, I'm 5'3", I don't know how to answer that 6'4" question that you have, you know?
I think so. But even, it's, if you're not sure if the question is good or not, just ask anyways, right? Like ask any question you want. Like it's kind of a cliche, right? To say there's no such thing as a stupid question or a bad question.
There isn't. And honestly, I've only had one student that I'm like, dude, I can't, you know, like that I've not stumped, but like I didn't quite know how to help, you know, how to help this person out. And so, you know, I'll be honest, like they just like I think started jamming with a gypsy jazz group and stuff. Like, oh, I want to start like adding like some cool chords and embellishments. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, that gypsy jazz, outside of my wheelhouse. I don't know, and that's why we want to get people who are, you know, like gypsy jazz experts to come in and help you out and stuff. Because it's like, okay, outside of like maybe adding some extensions that might go, you know, with a tune, or maybe adding like, you know, a couple notes here and there, or maybe some rhythm things. There's not much I can do, you know, I could have done for that guy, because that guy already kind of knew the gypsy jazz rhythms, and he kind of already knew the chords. He just wanted to know more. And like for me, I'm a jack of all trades. But, you know, if you're asking a question for a king, the jack doesn't know like how to, exactly, you know,
Kingdom.
like, yeah. So although I do know like, okay, here's some embellishment that you can use. Like, I already knew that. Give me something more. I'm like, okay, well, that's, you know, like, that's all I can do.
I think if anybody's gonna be like, I don't know, this might be like a question that's too easy, or
ask it anyway.
Yeah, because I think if they ask you a question, you're just gonna, whatever the question is, you're just gonna try and answer them as best as you can. Right?
And I mean, and I'll be as helpful as I can. If there's something that I don't know, or if something that, you know, I'm not quite sure of, I'll usually ask that student like, oh, did you want me to find more information of it? Because I do know a lot of other ukulele players, and I can go call them up, or I can go ask them that question, and I can email you back like, hey, I talked to this expert, and this is what they had to say about, you know, X subject or whatever. And then, you know, so it's, just use it to your advantage, because it's not just me who's kind of helping you. It's my years of experience helping you out, and all the people that I've met along the way who are also like experts at, you know, any given subject on the ukulele. And I can go ask them as well. So,
yeah, it's like, if you have anything, right? Like just really like, we couldn't recommend it enough.
Right.
Like to just at least try booking one lesson, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people book one lesson, and then they're like, I want to book more. And it's like, yeah, you can. And then the other thing too is, I hear you tell them a lot too, is, well, you booked your 2 lessons for the month, but then also come to one-on-one coaching, because it's pretty similar too. Like the feel is pretty similar. So,
but it's like, if you want just actual one-on-one private time and stuff, that's the best way to go.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I mean, we're just here at Ukulele Underground. We come up with stuff. We're like, you know, what did we wish we had, like when we were starting to learn how to play the ukulele, and that's kind of how we come up with things to offer at Ukulele Underground. Plus, for me, like, you know, all we had were like tapes of like Hot Hawaiian Nights and all these musicians on TV and stuff. If I had one of those musicians tell me exactly what they're doing, then it's like, oh my God, how much would I pay for something like that? And then we give it to you folks with the price of admission. So we try to like bring as much value as we can to your subscription, so it makes it feel like, you know, you guys, it's worth it for you folks. Cause
something we say too is that it's like less than what we see other teachers like charge for their private lessons usually, and it's
just even me like like per hour. I mean, for half an hour, I charge like about $100 to $120 for half an hour private lesson. And the thing is, half an hour is 2 15 minutes, and that's included in your monthly $20 subscription, So when you look at it that way, it's like, oh, it's like the same thing. But the $120 is live anyway. And like I can kind of hold your hand and like, no, like this. That's the $100 price tag, but it's basically the same thing. Except I'm not actually there. I'm like across the water, like teaching you how to hold your chords and stuff.
Yeah. So it's if you are a UU Plus member, it really is like something like if you can. I mean, like we know that again, like the time might not be compatible with everybody, but if it's like at least probable, like why not try? Like and please try it for we want you guys to make use of it too. It's not just like, oh, you guys should use it because it sounds good or whatever. It's like we do want to help you guys.
And I know like there's a lot of you folks on the Thursday Live chat right now who have signed up for UU Plus and who signed up for not just UU Plus but for the private lessons over at UU Plus. Let us know what you think or some of the experiences that you've had. So if you like it, if you don't like, what don't you like about it, what you do like about it, because we want to make it as best as we can. We want to make it better for you folks. So we want to hear these these feedback, positive or negative. Like sometimes the negative ones like will help make the product better. So this is for you folks. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So like one of the things too, like way earlier in the show, Goku said at Artistworks they submit videos for review. Could we do that if it isn't too long to maximize our time? I know we have a comment section where we can talk about what we want to work on, but
I mean that's always been a thing. I know I haven't been like more active in the forum. I used to be active in the UU Plus forums a little bit before the kid came, but that's kind of that was the point of the forums. You can like post stuff on the forums. Then not only us here that work at Ukulele Underground can take a look at it, but also people who who look at the forums, they can give you some feedback. So that's what we refer to as tech check. So like the technique check to just kind of like, just tell me how I'm doing, kind of thing, like to check my technique or check how I'm doing with this song or so on and so forth. What do you think about my playing?
Yeah, I want to say that it is listed as student reviews.
Student review, that's what it is, not tech check. Student
tech
reviews.
check was before, but
yeah, so you can submit it there. I know I need to be a little bit more on it with that, but that's a way to kind of do it.
Yeah, and anytime that we get like an email where somebody took the time to send like a video and say like,
we usually reply back.
Yeah. And sometimes if it's kind of like a little bit involved, we'll even like create a video for them, kind of like a response video. Maybe you could try doing this. Like I noticed that you were doing this. Maybe try moving your finger like this, and then just as a response video. And that's kind of what we do in the one-on-one coaching and in private lessons. But if you can't make either of them, you can always send your videos.
I think, and like if you do that and you want to discuss that particular video with you, right, for like a private lesson, then they can just put that. Oh, I submitted a video to the forum.
Yeah, go check it out.
Can you check
that
out?
And we do. We do.
So. And then you can respond during your private lesson or however.
Like we will try to like work with you. To if you guys like, I just want to submit a video or. So somebody just asked me like on intercom, they said like, do you guys do like calls? Can I call you guys? And I'm like, we're so busy that it's kind of hard to.
That's tough. But just like what you guys were saying earlier, I think that's the best way to do it. Like you upload something on the forums and like you should sign up for the private lesson, and during the private lesson we could talk about that video instead of like. Because it does get tough because you'll send a video and then like we're limited to like what words we can use to like right hand, I guess, like move it counterclockwise like this, but instead it would be better to just like, okay, well, you're doing this, so maybe do this instead, of doing that. And that's like It's like that, instead of like trying to write out an essay on how to like fix like your elbow or whatever, your wrist, your left wrist, and swinging around and whatnot. But I think that's the best way to do it. And I mean, like, the student reviews and tech checks have been around for years, and I know like services like ArtistWorks give you maybe like oh, you're allowed one of these every month or whatever. Here it's just like, not just send in as much as you want. Like, it's standard. All those things are standard with your subscription.
I think, and like, that's kind of how we also got to know like some of our members like really well, right?
Yeah.
Like
Alan,
like he would submit student reviews, and every week we would just check and be like, you are doing great, like this is maybe what you can work on, but you are doing fantastic.
Yeah, because like as a teacher, like, you don't want to limit like something that like that important. Like, you should be checking in on on your students and stuff. So if you're giving like a higher tier, because I've seen some, not just like ArtistWorks, I've seen like other like other services that be like, oh, like you get this, or you can sign up for like premium,
well,
and
like,
you get like 2 or 5 of these every month or whatever,
There also is like a lot of like Patreon teachers, Patreon ukulele teachers, and that's what they say, right? Like, oh, if you go to this tier, I'll do a private lesson with you. But we're like, no, if you just have the time, we'll do it with you.
One fee, everything, like everything for it's just
it's kind of one of those really important, like, if you're serious about your learning,
then we're just as
it's kind of you need that interaction.
Yes.
So it's kind of a big piece of the puzzle.
It is. And I mean, we started out that way, with just like, here's all the information. Like, we didn't even charge for like Ukulele Underground like back then and stuff. Like, here's all the information. We just want people to start like jamming this instrument and playing this instrument and stuff. And then like the more and more like kind of people came in, the more like we're like, okay, well, we need to like charge,
maximize our time.
Yeah, because like it's a lot of time that we're spending on this, so we need to like it needs to make sense to us financially, and that's why we started charging. But we are educators first, and then like
I think. Huh? Well, our mission goal has always been to help people play the ukulele.
Yeah, grow the next generation of ukulele players. That's always been our mission statement.
Yeah, I want to think that like we've kept pretty true to that, where we just like,
not that everyone isn't, but
we like, that's why we still offer the monthly lessons like for free, and we don't we don't say like, oh, you need to pay for this, or we do try to put out like stuff that we think will help people. And
those stuff you don't necessarily have to sign up for UU Plus either, or you don't have to sign up for anything. You just watch the video and then learn something.
Yeah, and we definitely get people who say like, I can't afford, or it's pretty awesome when people say, oh, I signed up for UU Plus and then I stopped because I had to go back to college and I can't afford UU Plus in college. We're like, oh, we love that. If you come back in the spring or whenever you can.
Just come back when you can.
We're here too, and we would love to have you back.
Yeah, or I got sick and I wasn't.
You can still take advantage of all the free content that we put out.
Yeah, and we have like a lot of people that because we could be stricken with illness like at any time. So maybe you're gone for like an entire month or maybe 2 months or something. You got super sick and you didn't use Ukulele Underground for the 2 months. We can see that, like, if you logged on or not, and be like, okay, well, it isn't fair to charge this person, like if they've been sick. But if you're not sick and just not using it, that doesn't count. But if like you're in the hospital or something and like, like you're
totally,
we're just like, you know what? No, that's not fair. So we try to,
we understand.
We try to do our best to be fair. And like I said, educators, first before anything.
Yeah. I also wanted to say, I definitely think that like posting to the student review and then signing up for a private lesson is like the best way to maximize that.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, like try posting to student review and going to one-on-one coaching. And then if you can't do that, you can still post to student review, ask us to review it for live lesson. And then that's what we used to do.
We've done that too. Yeah.
And we've done that, and then like we can't see you exactly, but we can like you'll give advice and you'll show them like with what your own ukulele, like what they can do, right? So it's we try to make the options as wide as available.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like one of those like, why haven't you signed up for UU Plus? Like, if you're serious about playing the ukulele, I feel like UU Plus is honestly the best. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be a part of this company if I didn't believe that we were the best at like trying, at helping people get better at the ukulele.
I think, yeah. I think we at least work the hardest.
I mean, I don't want to say that because I don't know how hard other people are working. You never know, I don't want to judge other people and stuff. But from what I know, like based on like on what we offer and whatever, like I honestly feel like we're like we offer the best like instruction out there. Like honestly, like it's based on the experiences that I've had, I've like I've learned a lot of things along the way. I've met all these all these people, all these masters and stuff, and I've learned from, and I do consider myself a jack of all trades. So I'm not saying by any means like I'm not an expert on any one thing, but I do know a lot of things on many subjects, and I can help people out who are who are learning, right, to get to where they need to be.
Yeah, I think we just want to help people. So
yeah, we do. It's been 10 years and we're still doing it.
Yeah, so
we're gonna do it 10 more years, baby.
Yep.
We're up for re-election. We're up for a re-election, but who knows? Actually, that was a good time saying 2019. A lot of exciting things for Ukulele Underground is happening right now. We are hard at work. We're hard at work to bring you guys some amazing new things for 2019. And I know we say that a lot, but it's going to be super different. And I hope you guys like it. And I know you guys will like it. I know you guys will like it. Not I hope. I know you guys will like it. We are going to make some sacrifices. I know I can't clarify on what that is yet, but we do have to give up on some things, but we're going to give up on some things in order to give you even better things. Like that's, I can say that, right? Yeah.
Even saying that we're going to give up on stuff.
Yeah. Not necessarily. We're just going to change it.
We're deliberately doing things so hopefully people learn in the best way possible.
Can we say that we're not,
We'll see.
Okay. I don't want. That's why I'm trying not to.
Yeah, we still
reveal
have to
too much.
Have a few more meetings and then.
Yeah. But we
flesh
are
out the details. But
we're trying to like completely change things around for next year, and because I feel that in the 10 years that we've done this from 2008 to 2018, the first I want to say like chapter of Ukulele Underground is like that's the 10 years. So from here on, we're going to do kind of something a little bit different. We're still going to be helping. We're still going to be doing these things. Private lessons are still going to be whatever, like a thing. But for the next 10 years, we need to do something different because we don't want to do the same thing for 10 more years.
More, it's not even that. It's more that during those 10 years, we figured out what
better ways
actually helps people get better at the ukulele. Yeah. And it might not be what you initially think.
We're so excited. I'm so excited. My goodness, it's gonna be so good. Because
that's why before you said we might be giving up stuff because I think people might perceive that as that.
We're just making things better.
But then if you guys stick with us, I think you will.
You'll be rewarded. I mean, honestly,
and we're it's not like we're gonna get rid of like what we are. Like all the song lessons, all the lessons that are on Ukulele Underground, they're gonna stay there, and you guys can just go there to watch that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So if you guys stick with us for the journey, I mean, thank you for sticking with us this long. It's just now we're gonna take on some cool stuff.
Kick it up a notch.
Basically is what it is, and it's been 10 years, and we want to do some cool new things with the ukulele. And like we said, we have experience in this stuff. Like 10 years ago, like when we filmed our very first lessons, not even with Ukulele Underground, but with like IamHawaii.com, we're like, how do we present this? Like, let's do this is kind of how you strum.
It's kind of like a
strumming pattern.
We're all just kind of guessing on what the best way to do things. But now we've had experience with all of you and all of the students along the way, and I think we've kind of
stumbled across something.
Yeah, things that will actually help people get better.
Yeah, so we're very, very, very excited, and I hope you guys are with us on that journey. It's going to be awesome. 2019, baby, it's going to be so good,
and beyond.
Yeah, and beyond. It's going to be so good.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like the people who are watching live or who are U+ members like you guys are gonna be the first to know what we're planning to come out to.
And I've enjoyed hanging out with a bunch of you folks this year. This year I said I was gonna take a break from touring and whatever, because of my kid and whatever. Like, it's been a year, my kid's grown, so next year I'm gonna tour more, and I want to see you folks more. What I want to bring back, one of the things that I want to bring back is our meetups. We haven't had an Ukulele Underground meetup in a minute. Like, I want to, right? Like, it used to be so much fun. People from Ukulele Underground, like, would come down and we would just kind of jam. There's videos of it, like, on our older videos on YouTube and stuff, but people used to come out in droves. And, we would just hang out at like Huntington Beach and like in San Diego and like the Bay Area. We'd go like to the Golden Gate Park and whatever. Like, it was so much fun back then. We'd have a barbecue, on Oahu even, and I want to bring stuff like that back because there were so much people that I recognized over on the Uktoberfest back, in the Bay Area a few weeks ago. Like, I think we could have done like an Ukulele Underground meetup, and I think it would have been so much fun because instead of like, oh, is that person? Then I interact with them for like just a few minutes and then I gotta go like run off to a workshop or something. I would like to give you guys more, more of my time and more of like Aaron's time, so just hang out, just get to know you folks. Mm-hmm. So I want to do that more, and it's just, I'm excited. 2019 is going to be so good, and I'm gonna be out more, because I'm done with the break that I'm taking. So I'm gonna be out more. I'm gonna get some sun. I'm done with my child. I'm done with my child. My wife can handle
enough of my time.
No, she's good. She's good.
You gotta keep up, baby.
Keep up with dad. Come on, let's go to the next city. Walk. Let's go to the next city. Let's catch the train. Come on, hurry up. Carry your 2 bags.
I hope people understand that we're being
we're just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Child labor laws are gonna come after me. Like, are you making her hold your equipment, setting up their microphones for you? Like,
that's when you're like,
I'm raising a roadie.
You grab all of that and then you shove it on me. It's like, no, this one is actual employee. That one is my child. That one.
Yeah, that one.
I actually make dude stuff. That one is.
But it's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys, you guys are along for the ride. It's gonna be great, and everyone will be rewarded. Whoever goes along for the ride, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really, really, really good. I'm very happy about it.
That's almost time, but do you want to talk about next week? What's happening next week?
So next week, what's not happening this week. Because next week, there will not be Thursday live lesson. I want you guys to kind of go out and spend them with your family and stuff. It is Thanksgiving. Maybe not everyone, for Americans, I know not everybody, celebrate it, but, you don't have to celebrate Thanksgiving to just kind of like, give thanks to your friends and family and stuff. Like, I think that should be like a constant thing. And I know, like, Christmas should be every day or Thanksgiving should be every day. But honestly, it's like, it takes 2 seconds to be like, Kahai, thank you for everything that you do here at Ukulele Underground. I appreciate you and appreciate your hard work. I know how hard you work. That's why next week, there's also going to be no Aloha Friday Live jams. And it's not because it's Thanksgiving. It's because we can't handle this without Kahai. Without Kahai doing the, pushing all the buttons and stuff, me and Aaron can't do any of that. So that's why we appreciate you, Kahai. How about a round of applause, Kahai?
Kahai will be spending Thanksgiving with his sister.
Yeah, up in the mainland. So he's not going to be here. So there is no Thursday live lesson. There will be no one-on-one coaching either. Like everything that Thursday. We're closed. Our shop's closed. Friday, I will take on the private students. If anybody want to, take on private lessons on Friday, I will be here and I will do that. If you guys want to, sign up for that as well. But there's no Aloha Friday live jam. No songs made easy. No songs made easy jam. No Aloha Friday live jam, except for the private lessons are the only thing that's going to be on for next week as far as streaming goes.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. And then we'll be back the week after. That's the plan.
Yeah, we'll be back the week after that. So next week we'll take a little break. Kahai's gone. We don't know how to work that machine. It's in the computer.
Yeah. I think if you guys did try, I would be just as stressed at my sister's house.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I think.
And the thing is, like, Kahai knows how to work those buttons, and he's stressed out. Like, imagine if, like, if Aaron had to do that. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break, from our streams for next week. We'd like to just kind of call it Turkey Day on Thursday, and then recover from Turkey Day on Friday. That's what it is. All the tryptophan or whatever is gonna be in our system. We're gonna sleep all day on Friday, so forgive us. And then I'll wake up and be like, oh, it's 2:00. I better start doing private lessons, and I'll do some private lessons.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much. If you're listening to this, as a podcast in your commutes, thank you so much for downloading us. If you guys don't know about it yet, you can download this as a podcast over on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts from. All right. And thank you so much for those people who are watching the live stream and signing up for UU Plus. Make sure to take advantage of the private lesson that we just mentioned this episode. Take advantage of all the cool things on UU Plus, like Ukulele 101, 102, 103. We got some, like some Hawaiian class. We got some blues classes. We got like a private forum, for that's there. You can watch all these things live. You can check out all our cool little backstock. We have some improvement systems. So much cool stuff. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for UU Plus, and it's a measly how much per month, Aaron?
$21.95.
$21.95
a month for all that, plus private lessons. Two private lessons a month.
$21.95, and you can get the first 2 weeks free. So even that,
yeah.
If that doesn't
or sign up for a year, and what does it come out to? Something ridiculous per month. Yeah.
Well, I think you end up saving like $100 compared to if you're doing month to month. So
yeah. You just sign up for the whole year.
Yeah, sign up for the whole year. Why not?
Because it's gonna take you if you're serious about ukulele, it's gonna take you about a year to really kind of get into it. So.
That's what's great that we see kind of a lot is like people sign up for the monthly subscription, and then they're like, I want to switch to a year.
Yeah,
I don't know why I started with monthly. It is great. I want to switch to a year. So
so that's why not sign up for UU Plus now. This is Aldrine Guerrero. I'll see you folks next time. On behalf of Aaron and Kahai, have a great Thanksgiving. Aloha.